There are moments when words fall silent and only the soul speaks. Moments when life feels heavier than our hands can hold. When the heart, exhausted, kneels quietly in its own desert. And even in this silence, there is a whisper. The whisper of God walking beside us, barefoot and gentle, collecting every tear, lifting every weight, embracing our fragility. So be still, not because you are strong, but because you are held. Let us walk together now, through a sacred garden of promises, each step echoing the voice of Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount. Let each word find you. Let it become flesh within you. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:3. To be poor in spirit is to recognize our dependence on God, to come with empty hands and say, I have nothing without you. It is not weakness, but the most powerful form of surrender. In a world that glorifies self-sufficiency, Jesus reminds us that heaven belongs to those who have the courage to need Him. So if your prayers are quiet sighs, if you feel unworthy or unseen, know this: you are standing at the gates of the kingdom.
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Matthew 5:4. God sees the tears that no one else notices. He hears the cries that never leave your lips. And in your sorrow, He doesn't turn away. He draws near. The grief for what was lost, the ache of injustice, the pain of brokenness. To mourn is to be human. To be comforted is to be held by the divine. If today your heart is broken, may you feel the arms of the Comforter around you, not removing the pain, but resting with you in it. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Matthew 5:5. The world celebrates loudness. It rewards the forceful and the fast. But heaven leans in to the quiet ones, to those who listen more than they speak, who choose peace over pride, gentleness over dominance. The meek are not weak. They are powerful in stillness. Their strength is anchored in trust, in the justice of God, not the applause of men. To be meek is to believe that what God gives is greater than what you could ever take by force. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they shall be filled. What do you ache for? What keeps you awake in the silence of the night? Those who long for righteousness, who crave truth, fairness, holiness, are not forgotten. God promises, you will be filled. Not with temporary satisfaction, but with a justice that runs deeper than any law, with a peace that surpasses understanding. Keep seeking. Keep thirsting. He will meet you there. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. Mercy is love in motion. It is forgiveness when you could hold a grudge, compassion when judgment feels easier. To be merciful is to reflect the very heart of God. And He assures you, every time you choose mercy, you draw mercy closer to yourself. You will never be emptied by being kind. You will never run out by pouring love. He who sees in secret will restore you openly. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Not perfect, but honest. Not flawless, but true. To be pure in heart is to be sincere, to have a heart that beats in rhythm with eternity. It is not about image or ritual, but about a soul that seeks what is real. And what is the reward? God Himself. You will see Him in the breaking of bread, in the beauty of the ordinary, in the quiet moments when no one is watching. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Matthew 5:9. To make peace is to swim against the current. It's easier to divide, to accuse, to retaliate. But the children of God carry reconciliation in their hands. They are bridges, not walls. They calm storms, not fuel them. They speak life where death echoes, and heaven calls them mine. Be a peacemaker, even when it costs you, even when your voice trembles, even when it feels like you're standing alone. God sees. He names you His. Blessed are those who are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5:10. Blessed are you when others revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Matthew 5:11. Faith isn't always applauded. Standing for truth may cost you comfort. Living with integrity may bring misunderstanding. But Jesus says, rejoice, not because of the pain, but because of the promise. There is reward. There is recognition, not on earth, but in heaven, where nothing is forgotten. He sees every sacrifice. He hears every slander. He writes your name in glory. Let us bow in spirit. Lord, teach us to be poor in spirit, so we depend fully on you, to mourn and trust that you comfort, to be meek and know you give us the earth, to hunger and believe you will fill, to give mercy and receive it, to purify our hearts and find you, to make peace and reflect your nature, to endure persecution and rejoice, because the kingdom is already ours. Let your beatitudes not be distant poetry, but daily bread for our journey. May we walk as those who are blessed, not by the world, but by you. Amen.